Hi everybody, Shannon here, okay, with another paranormal experience video. If you hear like background kids and stuff, that's actually not my kids this time. That would be like the neighbor kids, which are enjoying this beautiful day outside, playing on their little tricycles and stuff. So, okay, this particular experiences, I'm gonna list like a few things that happened in a different location that I lived at. Honestly, I can say I probably lived in like 50 different places in like my entire life. Like I moved a lot, and that's not to like say anything like I'm running or hiding from anything. I just end up like moving like every single year of my life, sometimes multiple times. So maybe 50 is an exaggeration. Well, I'm like 25, so like I've maybe lived in like the low 20s, 20 something different places in my entire life. So, okay, it's one place that I'm going to list and talk about. I actually had roommates. This was while I was living here in Florida. This happened a few years back, and I had, like I said, I had roommates renting out the other bedroom in my apartment, and okay, it wasn't until like they moved in that all of a sudden they were like trying to say that like our place was haunted and there was some weird stuff going on. And at first, like honestly, okay, they were like potheads, so I just kind of, and that's not to say anything bad about people who smoke pot, but when you are like under the influence of marijuana, like you tend to get really paranoid and think that you hear and see things that aren't there just because you're like really paranoid. Okay, so needless to say, I didn't really take what they were saying too seriously yet because, like, I mean, I had already had plenty of experiences paranormal myself, but I was like, I hadn't in that new place that I was living in. I was like, might just be you guys, because I don't know, I haven't seen anything yet. But that is when the activity did take off, when they moved in. Okay, what is with these people? Okay, there's certain people, I don't know, that, occasionally bring stuff with them, and maybe it's me, I don't know. Maybe it's me and, like, other people are finally taking notice to it, I don't know. It's me, or I don't know if it's them, but anyways, they were like, yeah, this place is haunted. I was like, alright, whatever. So I came to the conclusion that they might have been onto something one day because they kept saying that when they were in the living room, they were hearing like banging on the wall behind them. And behind the wall, behind the living room, was, you know, part of the bathroom and part of the kitchen because like you had the bathroom here and the kitchen here, and then like in front of it, like that was the whole living room area. So they said they kept hearing banging on that wall. I'm like, well, there's nobody behind there. There's nothing back behind that wall. I mean, the wall itself is maybe like this thick, and I'm pretty sure it's just drywall, empty space in between. Um, but yeah, they kept hearing like loud banging on the wall, and so one day I actually heard it myself, and I was like, that's kind of weird. And I got up and went in the bathroom and got up and went in the kitchen just to make sure, like, I don't know, there was a giant cockroach or something, I don't know. Um, and the banging, like, persisted. Now, I know, like, some people will argue, and this is a valid point, that sometimes when we hear banging in walls, it can actually mean that there's pipes in the walls, like, for your, like, water heater or something, and it can be the pipes making sounds as your water heater is like turning on and off, or you're running water elsewhere. The pipes can like make banging sounds. So I mean that is a valid you know point. However, like our water heater like wasn't there. That wasn't like the placement of the water heater. The water heater was like in their room. Like it wasn't anywhere near there, so it was kind of weird that that would be making sounds right there, because you would think that if it was the pipes, that the pipes would be closer to there, and yeah, so I don't know. I don't know. I heard the banging myself, and it wasn't just like consistent banging, because that's how you would think that it'd be like pipes if it was like bang, bang, bang. Now this was like freaking bang, bang, random bang. Like there wasn't any like consistency in the bangs. But anyways, I didn't really get too scared by that. I was just kind of like, that's weird. But this is the other thing that happened, and this is what actually started really freaking them out. Okay, because it was a guy and a girl that was renting this room from me, and this is what really started freaking them out badly. And I guess this is when things kind of took off as far as activity in the house, or the apartment rather. So they had, well, we had this giant, like, kind of bureau set, like, against the wall, and it, like, went all the way up to the top of the wall, and, you know, it had a little space where you could put your TV, and, okay, there was, like, a drop-off, like, not really, I guess shelf, okay, but the door, like, opened like this. So, like, the shelf's all in here, and you know, latch it up here, and then it, you know, can open and close. So, but the latch was broken. So when you put it up, like, sometimes it would just slip and fall down, okay? So at first they were thinking that, you know, because it was slipping and falling down, that it was a ghost, and I was like, yeah, it can't be a ghost, you know, it's just because it slips. Maybe you guys are, you know, shaking the bed and it's shaking the wall or something and causing it to open. So this is what they did next, just to, like, reaffirm their claims. Okay, they shoved like a thick sock, like, in between, like, here's the door and here's, like, you know, the wall or whatever. There's a tiny bit of space. Well, they just shoved like a sock in there, okay, and to keep the door from falling down. Okay, and they even would, you know, like, try to tug on it just to be sure that it was stiff. And they even showed me. Okay, they showed me, like, you know, how, like, firm and tight it was, and that it shouldn't have fallen down. Because when they did that, it still apparently was slamming down. Okay, in the middle of the night, it would just randomly fall open, and so they were like scared. Like, they were like, there's a fucking ghost in here. Like, they were angry about it. Like, I don't know if maybe they blamed me or something, but I was sitting there thinking to myself, like, this didn't start until you guys came along, so I didn't notice anything before. Maybe it's you guys, or maybe it is me. Maybe they just like to follow me around because I'm a cool person. I'm awesome. They like my company because I'm crazy. Kidding. So yeah, those were a couple experiences in that one house. Other things happened. I had, like, a lot of issues in that house with sleep paralysis. I had, like, during my meditations and stuff, I felt like a lot of negative energy in that place, and I don't know why, but, like, I felt like during one of my meditations, you know, I, like, was able to, like, visually see, like, these things, like, attacking me, okay, and that was just a meditation. That also happened, you know, when I was lying in bed, when I was experiencing sleep paralysis, where your mind is awake but your body is asleep, and I felt like I was being attacked and stuff. I don't know. It could have just been that place. It could have been because there was a lot of negativity, you know, in that whole apartment complex. It could have been, like, a lot of, you know, just messed up people that were living there. I don't know. But that was a few experiences at that place. Really not, like, a whole lot. I just wasn't really scared, I guess. You know, so sometimes, you know, little paranormally things happen like that, and I've experienced so much that I really don't only, like, take certain things as, like, a wow, like, you know, something real happened, and most of the time for that, like, little stuff, I don't consider that a big deal. But yeah. So anyways, that was one of my experiences. Tune in for my next video, as I have some scarier things to say, okay? Like the man that hung himself in a room, died there. I slept in that room, and I'll tell you what happened. So check out my next video. Bye!